Hey kiddos, how we doing? What day? I don't even know what day it is. Monday, at homo. In the background, you might hear I'm still playing Paul Leshin at Sid Gold's live. He's doing live as well. But before I forgot, and I wanted to do my Monday one. So this is funny. This is backwards. I flipped it so you can read what's happening. Hey Eric, Nicole, hi. So I'm just tonight it's a quickie, but I'm gonna show you just a little clock corner here in my living room. Just a few goodies I have here. Right behind me here, we had the Shoes Shine While You Wait neon sign that I got from my local shoe shop guy. I don't know if I got it from him, but he threw it out saying it didn't work. And I was actually like rushing to meet my mom when she was visiting. And I pulled it out of the trash and hid it in my hallway because I live on the 5th floor and I didn't want to carry it upstairs and I was late. But then later, I think I dropped in. I was like, what's wrong with that sign? No, I guess I asked him right then. He's like, it no work. And I was like, yeah, but isn't it the transform? And then I realized, oh, it probably is just the bad transformers. So I shut up and I quickly grabbed the sign. And I bought a transformer on eBay. And there it is, working away in my home. What else? This I got the other day here. This was $10 on eBay. It was in parts. The wooden frame was broken off of it and it was missing a pendulum. It's not easy to find that pendulum. Very, very hard to get. But this is a Howard Miller with the brand name Meridian. And Umanoff was the designer of it as well. He also did this one over here. I'm going to leave the safe corner a second. I'm just kidding. And this is also an Arthur Umanoff design by Howard Miller. That one's there. This was my grandmother's. These are so cool. This glitter pot. What do they call that? Planter. Hard to find those now. With a mother-in-law or a snake's tongue plant. Can't kill those things, so I love it. Here's a Finney Walker 8-day clock. We're going to see another one of those types in a moment. This here is pretty cool. This is my first restaurant I ever ate at when I visited New York City was the Jaffa Cafe on St. Mark's Place. It was my favorite place. It was totally kitsched out. Had great food. And, hi Scott! And this lamp used to be in the back window as you exited the restaurant to go into the patio. And I was obsessed with it. I had seen these through the years, but I'd never seen one that had the light in the bottom, the fluorescent light, because it's just so not natural, but amazing. What we have here is little drops of rain that slowly fall down these strings into the lit base. Not sure how these became a thing, but they totally were. That's mineral oil there we have running. I had to clean that whole thing up. It was very difficult to get. I got it when Jaffa had closed. I got their table at my my kitchen table, which is also the dining room, in a 1-bedroom apartment in New York, and chairs from them. I got a lot of stuff from them. Moving on, this here is so cool. It's actually 8:10 p.m. That was in the back of Bleecker Bob's record shop that used to be on Bleecker Street. Apparently Bob was a neon sign collector. It was laying flat and I was like, wait a minute, is that a clock? And yes, lo and behold, it's kind of really cool how it works. I don't know if you can see. Oop, hold on. The power actually goes on these little rotors that sends the power through to the neon. Here's a hint. Don't set this clock while the light is on. I did that. And if you've ever seen Back to the Future when he gets blown back from the speaker in the beginning, that was me on the ground. Apparently you're not supposed to survive a neon electrocution, but here I am. So I talk a little fast, but might be because of that. Not sure. All right, now we're going to get into the clock zone for real. Here we go. I mean, it's all that way, but here we have a very rare 1959 anniversary clock. These are called 400-day clocks. You supposedly wind them once a year. They've kind of lost their pizzazz over the years, so you get about 4 or 5 months out of them now. But these are very cool. You used to wind them up on an anniversary or holiday or whatever you want. You wound them once a year. It's a very rare design there by Kundo, K&O, which was Klanger and Obergfell, but they became Kundo. If you can see close there. Oop. This is also Kundu. This is an electronic version. There's a battery that actually repels the pendulum left and right there. That's actually an electromagnet in the center pushing it left and right, which is the opposite of how other clocks work. Usually the spring is doing it, but this is battery operated. You can see the battery underneath there. All these are on that was 1959, the first one. This one here is like 62. This This is around 63. I like the very large balls on this one. Haha, jokes. That one's by Kern. This one's really rare. Where'd it go? This one here. This is a Welby, which I think was a Sears brand, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken. And this is great. It's got the sun, moon, and stars. It's got this little peep window down below for the pendulum that spins around. These are very cool. They use centrifugal force. The ball's spinning around. You can adjust the speed of the clock by increasing or decreasing the how far out the balls are spinning. This one I actually got recently up in Ballston Spa. I was up there and I got it very cheap. The poor thing was totally neglected and dirty, and I got it for cheap. Took it home. Got a new suspension wire, which is how the balls hang. They hang on a very, very thin little wire. That is by Treasureland, which is definitely like a third party, made by somebody else. Most of these were made in West Germany. I love this guy. This is a Hecco. This was a company in New York that sold these. Henry Collier, Heco. This is one of the first clocks I ever got when I was a kid. I'm obsessed with this. The United Clock Company of Brooklyn, New York, with rotating boats in the New York Harbor. And not only that, the little diamond there in the center, or ruby, spins as the second hand. Look at that. America. Can it survive? Let's hope. Oh, there goes the clock on the quarter hour. Westminster. This is pretty great. This is... Here, I'll give you all a little treat here. Doop, doop. It's a very rare cage cuckoo clock from Germany. Made by the Cuckoo Clock Manufacturing Company. All right, I don't want to keep you for too much longer because I think I want to cover that wall later. But I will leave you here on this other Finney Walker, like the other one I showed you. Same era, 1965 or so. And that's just like the same maker as this one here. And I'll show you one other Finney Walker wall clock right there. These were pretty expensive at the time. Most people had one or two for their home. All right, so it's about time that I let you go. Hang in there. See y'all soon.